This is great. The collapse is happening 2 months early.
Get ready to fly.
Flight 527 ready for departure.
Get ready to fly.
Afternoon and evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. The Jets fall 3-1 to the Dallas Stars for their first 3-game losing streak of the season. And it hurts a lot. And you know what's weird about this game? It's a 3:30 p.m. start. And it kind of feels reminiscent of like a late February matinee game where the Jets just decide, we're not showing up. And I don't want to go that far to say the Jets didn't show up to this game. But there just wasn't enough gas in the tank. This road trip has been brutal for the Winnipeg Jets. They've dropped numerous games to division rivals. They've had a couple heartbreaking losses where they lose by 1 goal or 1 goal in an empty netter. And they've had games where they just haven't even showed up to the building. They've gotten a couple wins, granted, yes, and beating Minnesota and Pittsburgh. And the Minnesota win especially looks huge, but it's slowly deteriorating this team. They just aren't there sometimes, and it hurts a lot. Roster changes. Gustafsson comes in because Ehlers is out, and that is a big red flag. Nikolai Ehlers is the most dynamic offensive forward the Winnipeg Jets have. He's better at finding space than Kyle Connor. Kyle Connor's got a better shot, obviously, but it's one of those things where without a Nick Ehlers on the second line's really slow, and the offense as a whole gets a lot slower. And like when your team is down by 1 and you need a quick zone entry, you need a Nick Ehlers for that. A Kyle Connor can get you in the zone, and Nick Ehlers can possibly get you to the net. That's the way I look at it, and that's the way that it hasn't been showing up. So first off, the first period happens, and the Jets score 1, and the Stars score 1, which is... So back home, obviously great of us to score first. We got horribly outshot to start this game. Adam Lowry scored. Awesome. Wyatt Johnson scored. Damn it. We're tied at 1. We're going into the third period now. We're actually going in the second, but the second, nothing happened. So we're going in the third period now. I'm excited. So, normally after the first period, like, it's great the Jets got on the board first. Doesn't matter, though, in the grand scheme of things. It's a great deflection by Adam Lowry. Neil Pionk keeps trucking along with points. Hayden Fleury gets his 3rd point as a Jet. Hayden Fleury hasn't been awful, in my opinion. It's just, you'd like a deeper defense core, but I digress. It's also one of those things where I find they take Coughlin out and they put Miller in. This is probably the right decision. However, I wish there was a world where we could have both. Honestly, it sucks that we can't, but because they're both righties, but it is what it is. Offense was okay. IFL jumps up. Doesn't look great in speed. I'm going to talk about the PWHL. I'd like us to have a new graphic for it. Not because the women thing isn't funny, but the missed Manitoban moments. I want to just talk about the whole league. The PWHL started the other night, and you should definitely check out the PWHL. I can't stress it enough. It's amazing level of hockey. It's a great game between Toronto where the first goal was scored as a jailbreak goal. And if anyone who doesn't know what a jailbreak goal is in the PWHL, holy Jesus, is Trevor Lawrence okay? Sorry, Sportsnet in the background. Oh my God, they killed the damn man. If you score a shorthanded goal, your penalty is over. That's kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of sick. I like that. But yeah, no, you should definitely check it out. The teams have proper names now. There's the Fleets, Victory, all that stuff. You should check them out. But anyway, we go to the second period. No scoring in that. And now with the second period done, because honestly, it's a better start for the period for the Winnipeg Jets, but nothing really comes out of it. Also, the Jets lived in the penalty box. Kind of a miracle we didn't give up a power play goal tonight, because the Jets have been undisciplined the last couple games, especially tonight. They were very undisciplined, and the power play is starting to stall a little bit. So Davis Payne's got to rework it a little bit. That's all I'll say. So, What time is it?
Moose Watch!
It's goddamn Moose Watch. And Kieran Walton had a fun night the other night. He got 4 points. Kieran Walton has looked good, actually. On the Sudbury Wolves, I've been really impressed with him. His draft stock has risen since being drafted by the Winnipeg Jets. Kevin He continues to impress. But what is Moose Watch mostly about? The Manitoba Moose. The Manitoba Moose, I don't have the highlights because it's just too depressing at this point, are not great. Devin Cooley stoned them for 2 games straight. They lost 7-1, and then they lost 3-2 tonight, this afternoon. And man, I talked to a reporter who covers the Moose, and he said the biggest problem that he thinks is coaching. And that means that Mark Morrison, it might be a little bit on the hot seat here. And you know what? I kind of see it because this Moose team just has not connected the pieces. They lose all the time. I feel so bad for Thomas Milic because I think Thomas Milic is the better goalie. Between Thomas Milic and Capo Kähkönen, Thomas Milic looks better, but he gets shelled the same way every goddamn night, and it hurts to see. It hurts to watch. It hurts watching prospects get abused. And there are bright spots on this team. Parker Ford, pretty fun forward. Brad Lambert, Nikita Chibrikov, Elias Salamonson, those are possible future Jets. Parker Ford, if a plague breaks out, like the cough that I've been having, then maybe he'll make it. Maybe. But it's just not enough. This team can't win. They can't find ways to win. They find ways to lose. Brutally, distinctively, definitively, and sometimes even heartbreakingly, where they just can't get that tying goal. But let's keep running here, honestly. I'm excited to see if something positive can come out of this, but I don't know if there can be. Divvy's in the ECHL. He's doing fine. He's doing fine. I need some outlook. Some positive outlook. That's all. But yeah, that was a Moose Watch. Let's go to the third period. Third period is a back and forth, and who gets a goal? Yeah, it's Mason Marchment on the backhander. 7:37 to go, and the Dallas Stars have taken the lead. On a backhander from Mason Marchment that there's no way Hellebuck could read. Oh dear God. It's hard to read backhanders, it's hard to read spinning backhanders, and it's hard to read a Mason Marchment spinning backhander. And that hurts the soul. He scores, he gets the lead with just under 8 to play. And the Jets pressure for it. Their power play never really gets going. They had a horrible power play in the third period. They just never get properly moving. And at one point, it gets close. Scheifele has an open net. He misses it. And then I think Rupe Hintz gets the empty netter. Just like that, the Jets fall 3-1, and for the first time in the season, they've lost 3 straight. And guess what that also means? The Minnesota Wild can now move over the Winnipeg Jets if they win their next game. First place has vanished from beneath the Jets' feet, but not only first place, first in the Central, and that hurts the most. But yeah, 3 stars of tonight's game. Connor Hellebuck gets first star, easy. He gave up 2 goals. I don't care. I don't care that he gave up 2 goals. He played spectacularly. Second star, the captain, Adam Lowry, got the Jets on the board early. Third star, Hayden Fleury and then Neil Pionk. It's who got points, who was able to find the back of the net. That's it. Logan Stanley took 4 penalty minutes before even the halfway mark of the game. I don't get it. We need more from this team. This team needs more. So we'll see how it all unfolds, but honestly, it should be a good one. And yeah, go Jets go, and we will see you next time.
One, Nikolai Ehlers chips it through, gets around, and he shoots it